One turn of free damage before Faraji can't hold it down anymore.
So go big.
Naiba's up. I'm awake. What happened?
A lot happened. Not a lot that I can explain really fast. But Faraji is currently over you because he, brought you through the shadows with him to safety. And now he's bleeding from wounds that seem to keep opening on his body.
Okay. Note to self. Can't do spirit sword technique first try. Got it.
Nope, no you cannot. Maybe next time.
I was gonna offer them some health.
They said they could not take any potion themselves, considering both of their arms are currently bound in what looks like chains made out of actual shadow.
Oh no, they were gonna
Coming
do
from the wall.
healing touch, but
Good. Give them the health. Please.
yeah. That's let's see, it's 25 additional HP for every 10 wisdom. What's my wisdom at? I don't think I've actually touched that in a while. Wisdom is at 60. So that's 650 HP, plus, since they're not going anywhere, they'll dump a HP potion on top of that.
Hooray! Also, I'm going to change that healing to a percentage instead of to a flat stat.
Oh, okay. What's the percentage?
Fuck it, make it 5%.
5%
It's a
HP?
very basic one, yes. Very basic, simple, quick to use.
Okay. If
I'll do the
target
math
has
on that
the
one.
charred affliction, then its healing is reduced by 5%, though.
That's a good point. The way that would work is you'd heal 5% of the health, but 5% of the result would be removed.
Okay.
Yeah. It counts one before the other. It doesn't count the other one, and it won't.
So
Like
order of
soft
operations is important, got it.
Mm-hmm.
So then 5%, and then healing potion for 35% afterwards.
Ooh, Faraji's back to full health. That earns you 2 turns of free damage.
Is Faraji holding this thing back with the shadow chains?
Yes.
Okay.
He's basically, the whole little ability that he used essentially rigs up a very long series of pulleys throughout the shadows, which lets him put his tiny bit of mass to this thing's massive mass and make a difference.
That's cool.
If only he could hand it over to somebody. He would just give it to Bonnie and it would be easy. But nobody else can physically hold the chains.
Nobody can physically touch the shadows.
But they can touch Faraji.
Yeah, but that still won't stop it from shredding his health from the pressure being afflicted to him.
Oh, well, Naiba's got plenty of health potions when he gets low, so...
Remember, overhealing can still fuck you up in here.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, that's not an ideal situation.
It works, though.
For now. They're probably gonna feel like crap later.
Do the thing, Joan. No.
Huh? Do the thing?
You know, bow. Yeah, the bow. You're right
Yeah.
by him. You're the first.
Yeah. And let me take a look at my skills real quick, because I think one of them is actually cooled down. Maybe. Because I know that the drill shot
Mm-hmm.
has only a few turns cooldown. I think it's like 3 or 4. No, I don't want to see photos of mature women.
Google knows.
No, damn. I've still got 1 turn before I can use drill shot again.
Womp womp.
So this one's just gonna be a fire arrow. Let's see. Do the math.
Dramatic music. I love when somebody puts like brass horns in music. It's awesome.
2, 9, 4, 5.
It's an almost perfect loop too. Almost
1,
perfect.
1, 1, 1, 6.
I quite enjoy this one.
Plus 80 of 550. Plus the 580 for the fire arrow. Plus dice roll. What doth the dice say for Fionn today? Uh, 30. Okay, total damage is 41,739.
Bam. Ow. Ah, yes. Boost it. Is Beatrice gonna do a... Oh, she's not there, actually. I'm so used to her being able to do a stab, 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 stab.
Yeah, she's busy.
Creating life!
Yeah.
Phew! Never get enough water. All right. Okay, okay. Yep, well, never mind, damn. It won the strength throw. After their damage phase, it got it low enough that it just, you can't bind it anymore. Oof. But at least Raji doesn't lose more of his health. It's got about, if I did the math right, let's see, that's... Well, actually, I'll just use a calculator to tell me, like, is that a third? Is that a fourth? Alright, yeah, so it's got a fourth of its health left. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff happens there. Okay. What does this giant cost do? Oh, that's a good question. Yes. Ha, yes. The first thing it does is it gets in the fucking water because, ow, it hurts and it needs to catch itself. But then it, you know, starts to give you one of those suspicious sensations for not surfacing for an entire turn. So if you got any healing you want to do, go for that. I'm already doing stuff with the NPCs.
Since Viragi's full up, Naba's gonna look to see what condition everyone else in the party's at.
Mob's holding it around 70. Bonnie's holding it around 60, 50 or 60. Zuri's currently holding her side because she got burnified, so she's down below half health.
So they're charred.
Demi's okay. He hasn't... Well, he's been hit, but because of the fact that he's got scales, it hasn't really applied a status effect because it's very hard to burn scales.
Do I have something?
Is Zuri charged, or is she just like scalded because of the hot water?
It'll give you the charge status effect because of it's a burn.
Okay.
Okay, I got some volcanic bitterweed that I could use special blend to help with that. Let's see, what else? Tempo stem, volcanic bitterweed, vital leaf. Does that work?
I mean, yeah, that'd make an interesting cocktail. It would help with burning.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what happens. New potion, go!
Poor
Who'd she
Zuri.
make a new potion for?
He just gets hit with a fucking random concoction from left field. Great, buddy.
Gotta love those Hollywood prop glass bottles.
The sugar
Like,
glass.
the sugar glass?
Yeah.
Literally every fucking potion bottle
Yeah.
that's meant for combat is sold with scoring on it, so it breaks. That's also why you should never keep a bunch of them in a pile.
Splash.
Yeah.
Splash potion of healing.
Or if you could hit 4 people at once with a basic healing potion, you would technically apply its effects.
Everyone climb on each other's shoulders.
Human pyramid!
Group hug!
Everybody group hug!
Huddle up, we're spamming buffs.
Buff, 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 buff.
I'm back, guys. No! And then
No, I could see it. The monster hides to heal up, and then we just all huddle and spam buffs, and when it comes back, it's like, oh fuck, they got stronger!
everyone has haste. Everyone's immune to fire. Everyone has
Is resist to
druid.
bleed.
Why?
Everyone has berserk stats.
Nah, but seriously, it surfaces on its second round. Technically, it surfaces second on its second turn here. The water spout surfaces first.
Oh boy.
I don't think you quite understand what that is.
No.
Oh no, I live in Florida, I know what that is.
What's the water spout?
It's a
It's
tornado.
an intense columnar vortex that usually forms in bodies of water. It's a tornado, but in water. It's a water-nado.
I've
It's an
a total of
aqua-nado.
5 of those in my time in
The-
Florida.
the-
They
the
never
funny
hit
thing
land
is-
for some reason.
This one's going to, because when the water spout forms, it rises, and then you see this thing rises beneath it with its fucking maw open, literally channeling a fucking spell. before it slings its head around like a rope and throws it onto the other side of this little arena as it begins to crawl its way across.
Is it coming for the crags?
It's going to make a full revolution.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's
It's-
time to circle strafe.
It's literally channeling a water spout at you. When the monsters use magic, the players begin to bitch. The only thing it could do that's worse is a healing. See how pissed that bird got when
You're a dick, that's bullshit. Fuck
They're
that
a
bitch, she's evil.
There are two of you and one of them, and no, they're not. They're not evil.
Evil.
Evil is subjective.
Evil.
They might be evil, but they're not evil.
Ebo.
So I know Naibai made a potion last round while the thing was underwater. What did everyone else do?
Let's see. Zuri got hit with the potion, but also healed herself. Dimmy prepared himself because he had a bad feeling by literally applying his density effect. And Bonnie got very concerned and decided to find herself a boulder just in case she needed a weapon to throw. As for Mob, well, Mob didn't know what to do, so Mob went ahead and started
Hello?
applying a lot of his burning blood effects to his axe. What would that sound like? Yeah, it kind of sound like that. Yeah, the water spout would kind of sound like a thunderstorm.
Severed heads.
Maybe it would sound like this. More accurate.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job hearing. Enjoy. That's how you
Just
tell it gets
basically
closer.
throwing as many of those sound effects on top of each other as possible.
The DM just gradually
hear it
increases the volume as it gets closer.
Yes, I am. It even has flashbangs. Flash NATO.
No Flash NATO.
Magneto.
All right, fine. We'll go with this one. This one.
That just
and
sounds like
this
a
one.
bad porno.
I'm gonna mix these sound effects.
Alright, well, this is a mobile fight now. Everyone start going, which direction is it? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
It's going clockwise towards you.
Alright,
It's time for the safety dance.
it's time to safety dance, everyone. Let's go! Vamonos, come on, let's go!
Ah, yes.
How does Faraji? Can he move
I
at all?
need you to seriously. Yes, you can, but everyone who can run needs to run because when this thing gets 50 feet away, you're gonna have to start taking disadvantage rolls from its fucking pulling force. That vortex has 165-mile-an-hour winds.
Are you sure it's not a hurricane?
No, it's
No, that's a tornado.
You realize that tornadoes have higher wind force internally than tornadoes, right?
Yeah, they get up to like 500 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think they've been measured as high as 318 miles an hour.
Oh, is that? I thought they got it higher.
Not that I know of.
Well,
Well,
wait, I
Fiona's
might be
gonna-
thinking of hurricanes then, because we got a hurricane not too long ago that had gusts of like 350 miles an hour, and it was only a Cat 4.
This water spout classifies as an F3 on the Fujita scale.
There you go.
Okay.
But hurricanes can have tornadoes amongst
In
them.
them. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If they are big enough, just because of the radical energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Radical. I think you mean radial.
Fiona is gonna assist Faraji if he needs it, and he's gonna start running. Huh?
Faraji is always happy to have boobs in his face when he's running away. Oh, you realize
I
that?
had forgotten about
Faraji loves you, but he's much faster, and he's putting it to use.
Uh-huh.
Naibai, who's aware that he's fully healed, is just gonna leave him and be like, alright, good luck.
Here you go.
Sounds
Here's
like,
your
"Why?" And
Until
Fiona will start
you
running
can
as
stop
well.
him from channeling it.
Appropriate.
Yeah, run
I
away,
could just
bitch.
see Faraji whooshing into the shadow, Bunny just bounding
He
off
can't.
of rocks. Huh?
He can't. It's distorting the shadows too much with its refraction of the light.
Okay.
Faraji's not skilled enough to jump into changing shadows.
Well, Fiona's gonna run anyway. Just.
All right. Give me your agility roll, bitch. I'm not gonna
boy.
ask for. Yeah, just give me your fucking roll from your agility. I'm not even asking for Naiba. It's only gonna be like 600. They've got bunny legs. It's just they're like Bonnie and fucking Demi. They're gone.
Oh yeah, they got 530 base, plus their roll, plus
Zuri
the
was
skill,
really
so...
confused. Oh, Zuri's gonna be mad, but also thankful because of the fact that she tripped and Bonnie grabbed her and threw her.
Fiona got for agility. Fiona got 417.
God, you all got over 400. Good, because that tornado got 364. Yeah. I wonder if I can layer that in the background. Hold on. Oh, I probably could. Hold on. Here we
With
go.
the tornado sound.
No, I can't. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good level for that.
Directly behind you. Well, not directly. It's close.
So does this thing look like it's concentrating to control the spell, or did it just was it
A
a fire
spell
to
of
forget?
that size, yes, it has to concentrate. Because of the intense magic, even a not magically sensitive type like Fiona can feel it permeating the air.
Well, while he's running Fiona, if he can, he's gonna try and get a shot off at it. Or can he shoot while running?
You may attempt it.
Nothing stopping you. Probably harder.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna talk to
All right,
his
I'll
bow.
throw you a bone.
Uh-huh.
You have this is a moment because desperation would kick in here and have one of its beneficial effects. Like suddenly remembering something completely random out of the blue. Like that time that you were watching that magic archer looking the other way but hitting his target.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So you can definitely talk to Featree about it. They might know what to do.
Featurey, any ideas?
Shoot it.
Yeah. Alright, can I use that fairy lance again?
Do you want it to get hurt?
Yes, I want it to get hurt.
Then just fire the lance.
Alright.
Don't aim. Intent.
Don't aim. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna add up damage real quick. Or do you want me to make a roll first before I add up damage?
Roll, add damage.
Okay, let's see.
So, while they're doing that, is this like whipping wind around the entire arena?
It is. The arena is massive, so if you were on the other side, you'd be safe from it. The problem is, you'd have to leap over more than 2 football fields of water to get to the other side.
Oh yeah, I can't jump that far.
Yeah, it's about 600 yards of water, 600 to 700. So it's a miniature ocean.
Yeah, we can't keep running forever either.
No, you have to try. You have options. You can keep trying to run, or you can interrupt it, or try and wait it out. But there's no telling how much mana it's taking and it has as an entity.
Alright, and dice will say, oh god, the dice are glitching into each other. Oh no.
Oh
It
no.
has increased its intensity as a storm.
Huh?
The
Okay.
intensity of the storm increased a little.
Heh, 69.
8.
Alright, total damage for drill shot, which is not on cooldown anymore. Drill shot, the stinger arrow, fight tree, and everything equals up to 74,380, and that's with the lance, the fairy lance. And he's gonna do
Your
a
arrow
fight tree
doesn't
set.
matter here. But yes, just don't think. Don't aim. Just hit it.
And that's exactly what he's gonna do. And I'm pretty sure anybody that's either behind him or can hear that bow just go ring flap.
Fight tree has longer arms than an English longbow, just so you know.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Using a fairy ability. It's not. It's fucking mystical as shit. Let's see. It's actually, yeah, it's categorized now. I'm sorry, guys. It got worse.
This thing, is it walking or is it slithering?
Well, technically, all it has to do is rotate.
Oh, so it's still in the water. It didn't come completely out.
No, it rose back out of the water, though. What it was doing down there was it was amassing mana and then casting.
Alright.
Okay, so when you do use your lance, it's honestly kind of intense because this sky is kind of dark. By the way, this thing is pumped enough mana into this channeled storm that it's elevated to the status of a literal actual storm cell.
And you said this vortex was sucking?
It is. It's still far enough behind, I'm assuming, if I can have more agility rolls, that is.
Oh boy. That's not good. Uh, 361 for Fionn.
Whew! Damn.
What?
It's closer. It's close enough that it's not doing it yet, but you can feel it pulling your hair back.
Just pulling all that mane back and tail. Shit!
But you do manage to get off your lance, and I did tell you, just don't aim, because you get to do this magical glittery shit when you draw it back, and the entire bowstring starts to illuminate with this very pale white light. And as soon as you fire it, it just flings out. Looks like it's about to hit a wall, and then just curves and swirls once around the entire arena before punching through the little spout. I say little, as the quite massive monstrosity currently following you and trying to suck you up, and then nailing this creature directly in the side of the head, breaking its concentration. That hurts, by the way. That was a lot of damage, because it hit it directly in a soft spot. That's why it got a critical.
Damn, I didn't get to use my caltrops or my oil.
Did it hit twice because of the drill shot?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What the fuck for caltrops? You were just gonna add caltrops to the tornado.
Well, it's sucking them in, isn't it?
Bear trap!
You were just gonna make
Feel-
it worse for everyone involved. And then you would have armed the
Get some
tornado.
shrapnel. You get some shrapnel. Everybody gets some shrapnel.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't do it.
I'm just gonna ask a question, like veering off from this session here. Have you guys ever heard of Bowie, Texas?
I've heard of it.
They have a giant replica Bowie knife as soon as you enter
Mhm.
town. And as I say, when a tornado rolls through, that Bowie knife is going to make it really fucking interesting for everyone that lives there. 'Cause that thing is bigger than a truck. It weighs like 10,000 pounds of fucking
Okay,
steel.
you mean like a pickup truck or an 18-wheeler?
Like a pickup truck, but it has an edge. It's not like razor sharp, but it's the fact that it's angled with that mass powered by at least an F2 tornado. It's yeeting a giant. It's basically you basically armed it and turned that entire ass tornado into a fucking blender. It's going to mug everyone for their cookies when it comes rolling through with that knife.
We'll get a lot of important data for when the mech robots are invented.
Yeah, we'll get a lot of important data again for the robot invasion from a tornado stabbing people with a giant metal knife.
I mean, Japan's already working on it.
I mean, it would be funny though, because it'd be like they literally created the instrument of their own destruction by forging the giant Bowie knife in the first
Mhm.
place. There you
But
go, though. I ended
When
that.
the
It isn't an instantaneous dissipation, so please keep running. Please keep running for at least one more round, because it's still
Yeah.
following atmospheric pressure. You know, it takes it a while to stop being a giant angry vortex of doom.
Takes a little bit to wind down.
seeing it break, well, feeling the concentration break, Fiona, while she's running, "Ha! Take that, you overgrown boots!"
And that is exactly why Fiona was the only one to get sucked into it partially.
Naiba is
you got-
gonna slow down since, they care about the party. They would stay to the back to make sure people are actually staying ahead of it. And they
Fiona
would.
gets a whole 33 feet off the ground before they get dropped.
Fiona's just, "Ah!"
Naiba is gonna try and catch them.
No, it's
Fiona,
okay.
no, don't catch me!
It's okay. Demi was there. He stayed at the back. It actually couldn't pull him because of his density perk that he had activated. So he was there just to catch the cat and set them down.
Oh, thank you.
He actually didn't run very fast. He just kind of jogged because, he's like, I have a bad feeling. So he either knew A, something's coming to hit him, headbutt him, try and melt him, or ruin the entire fucking day for the party. And so he was right. So he used his density, which would have had 3 more rounds. So he could have literally just sat there, but he ran to make the party feel like he wasn't, flexing on them.
Mhm. Which he totally was. Just a discreet flex.
It's a discreet flex because he's not stupid enough to not. If you have a weapon preventing a tornado from eating you, would you not? You know how bad it would have been? Because you could have been thrown out of the arena. And you know how deep that water is?
No.
Deeper than Earth by a lot.
Oh,
Like,
no.
You could fit our planet in the ocean of this world.
Oh, no.
And yet there's still people fighting over territory. Humans never change.
Beyond just, oh, thank you, Demi.
Yeah.
Naiba is gonna ask if you're okay.
Yeah, hi, I'm fine.
Kitty, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay, Kitty. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's keep moving.
All right. Who wins the initiative roll? Phil, you're the only human there. Give me a dice roll.
Huh?
Give me a dice roll. Because
What am
technically,
I
both of
rolling?
your just a
Just
random.
a D100?
Give me a D100. Yeah, both of your turns are technically equalized, so it's really not a turn order anymore.
Okay,
They equalize your turn by
93.
tornado. Ah, damn! You actually won by 17 points. You bitch.
yay.
Why do you have to have Ivy? Give him your rolls back. Fine, you get go shoot it more. But you did a lot, by
Okay.
the way. I don't think you understand. That fairy dust lance doesn't hit with the intent behind it. It's good for either one target or a bunch of targets. Up to, I should have added that, up to 35 enemies can be hit by it at once. But since there was one really big target, it decided to go in one end and come out the other end. It's actually kind of gruesome. You can see visible wound channels on different sides of its body from it spiraling through it.
Oh,
There's a reason you don't fuck with fairies, kids.
fairies will fuck you up, apparently. Alright,
I was like, oh,
overdraw
so
still on
realistic
cooldown.
fairies decapitating motherfuckers with hatchets. Stay out of my forest!
Realistic
My
fairies
mushroom!
casually adopting humans like they adopt wild animals. Oh, this one's
Right?
cute. It knows tricks.
They did do that.
What sorts of tricks does it know? It can make people uncomfortable just by speaking.
Oh, I will always love that little kobold's like, this is my boyfriend. He's human. Yeah, I'm into that freaky shit. I just love that. I fucking love that kobold.
I do
That little
too.
kobold, she's just the fucking mood.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see. Most feeling skills are on cooldown again. You never gave me a cooldown time for a for multiplication arrow.
You alright there?
I'm sorry. It's just a struggle I heard.
That was a genuine struggle.
I'm sorry. It's like,
I'm smooth brain. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry. It's nothing. No, it's.
No, it is entirely personal.
Oh.
But yeah, you didn't give me a cooldown timer for that. Does it have one?
Oh, did it not?
No, you didn't.
Does it have a mana cost?
Yes.
What's the mana cost?
Mana cost 5% to activate and 3% stamina cost. Mana cost per additional multiplication 2%.
That's exactly why it doesn't have a cooldown. You can use it a bunch, but it will fucking drain you.
Okay.
Thank you for informing me. I thought I made a mistake, but no, I did not. That's not supposed to have a cooldown cost because of the sheer amount of mana it will consume. Like, it's
Okay,
strong.
fair enough.
Yeah. Also, we could change the name. You could call it like proliferation arrow. That would sound pretty cool. Proliferation.
Yeah, I'm going with proliferation.
You can call it multiplication. You can call it whatever you want. I just give you
Multiplicity.
random names. Like,
Make many arrow.
I mean, that is literally how Carlo just no. You make mini arrow. You make mini arrow. No, I know magic. I don't make arrow. I don't make arrow appear. I buy arrow, put in bow, shoot, win. They die. That's how you win war. You over here, he over there. If you shoot him from over here, he never come over here. You win. You go home.
AK,
Now you
but
look at
blot
the
over
line.
there.
There's a lot of enemy over there. It's okay. Use artillery. Arrow like personal message. Artillery like parcel for city.
To the
Your
country
Vodians are
of...
basically Russia. Except they can actually, fight. Like, without throwing bodies with the fire. Because they're actually really good engineers at making mostly infantry checks. They don't like to make mechs like their Rhineland neighbors. Rhinestaldens really fucking love making giant, egregious monstrosities to kill people with. I mean, look at fucking, fucking, you remember him, don't you?
Yeah.
He was probably named that, made a whole ass fucking mech out of a busted up bus.
I remember him.
Yeah. Alright, doing mini maths. Please stand by.
Enjoy that. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
Suddenly,
So
spontaneously, tornado respawns. Nah, I'm messing with you.
So Fion's only going to do 5 additional arrows this go around because he doesn't want to spend all of his mana at once. And let's see.
That's kind of like Beatrice's one ability where she can make as many attacks as she wants to, but she's going to drain all of her stamina when she does it.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
for
that
the
reminds me of when she did that multi-attack thing while using the weapon's active things and basically drained all of her mana and stamina at the same time for a very large number.
yeah. 1-1-1-1-6.
We're just gonna attack 20 times this turn.
Woo!
Right,
Yes, I am
and
back.
dice roll say, come on, dice roll, give me a good number. Please, you've been speaking nice to me. Or you can give me a 25.
Yes.
Okay,
Plus-
so grand total for 5 additional arrows, along with for proliferate and the fire arrow, the stinger arrow is going to be 95,951.
Okay. Boom. Suit crit. No, we do not. That'd be. Do we even crit though? Only 5. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, because 5 takes up 15% of his 15% of his mana.
Yep. Ouch, 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 ouch. It's very wise in staying further away from the arena now. What is this next idea? Let's see, which skill? Which skill will all of you use? NPCs! Battle!
Cease the talk!
Battle
Funny,
for my
something to
amusement.
get it.
I see. It's too far away for the melee attackers to really do anything because it's staying towards the center. Well, they're devising a plan, a formula, if you would. And it currently, well, shit. Yeah, okay, so that's happening. So
What's
Demi,
happening?
Bonnie hopped on Demi's back, and they fucking went to the ceiling. And when the boss made the mistake of looking away, you have Mob, who found himself a nice piece of debris and managed to throw it right at its scales and stick it decently. Not too deep, but enough to draw its attention. And now it's left up to Suri, Zuri, Mob, and Faraji to keep its attention.
While Fion peppers it with arrows.
Great. Alright, what's its response? You know what? That is honestly fair. That is its fair response. Haha! Okay then. Thought it was just a water aspect monstrosity. No, it's not. It's a tri-elemental. Great.
Oh no.
Ha, the little fucker's a spellcaster, I see. It's got them fancy frills around its head, which turns out they're not just for looking interesting. They actually are help it channel magic. Like, okay. All right, so this might happen to everyone, but Naiba, you're fast enough, so I'm not going to make you do too much here. Just,
All right.
I need a perception roll.
Throw. Well, perception's not a good stat for me. So 35 plus 60.
Total roll is what?
35 plus 60.
Okay, so 95. So Naiba, you do not notice when you get zapped by lightning until it's too late.
Oh
Ow.
no.
Not notice the charge up.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
That hurt. What's your armor?
My armor, total or natural?
Like, just total.
Total defense.
Total is 37,333.
Yeah, it still managed to break through with 12,114 after I reduced its damage. Okay, I was right.
Okay, so 12,000 what?
Nah, fuck it, just call it 12,000. I already forgot the three numbers.
Oh, okay. We both forgot. I stole them. Haha.
Damn you. You thief.
I reduced the damage by a significant 3-digit number.
Alright. It's doing that 8 times this turn. Okay. Fionn, perception roll.
Oh no. Oh no, the dice are glitching out again. Stop! Dice! Oh no. And what, that's a wisdom? That's under wisdom, yeah?
Yeah, perception's under wisdom, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Smart people aren't but wise people are.
161.
Ooh, you notice it just in time because of how close you were to failing that. You see, well, mostly it's entirely because your mane. You feel your mane kind of stand up, and then when you look, you can see a very faint little, what looks like a zigzagging fiber shimmer through the air. And then you're like, wait, Naiba just got shot. And you manage to move out of the way just in time to see as it
Like, dodge roll. Dodge roll.
single perfect, like a perfect, almost perfect little circular shape of the sand underfoot to pure glass in one zap.
Holy shit!
That's how much force one of those bolts packs, that it can instantaneously glass the ground.
Is Naibai still up or is she unconscious?
I got
She's
83 left. I got 83% HP left.
It just stings. Don't get hit by it.
It's smirks.
It hit
It's
Zuri, and
mixed.
Zuri's wearing a lot of heavy armor. It hurt a little extra. Demi took both his and Bonnie's because he had to shield them. So he got hit for 20% of his health. Mob managed to dodge it strictly entirely because of his bloodlust. Raji almost didn't dodge it.
So this brings up a question. How exactly does agility and dexterity work for armor?
It's basically based off of the weapon class itself. Is it more beneficial to have strength with the weapon, or would it basically be better if you're faster and precise with the weapon? The best argument I can make is a big-ass maul versus a precise cutting implement like a sword, or as the weebs like, a katana. Or a more precise one like a Chris. Yeah? Thank you! I'll be in there when I can! Well, I know, but that's why microwaves exist. You add a fucking wet paper cloth onto it to add the moisture back in as it's microwaving. Hey man, I don't know how to microwave a fucking steak back to full. Done it enough. I already figured out a method for it. I used to not until I watched a couple videos, and it's like, oh damn, well, I feel stupid. Add a wet washcloth or a wet paper towel on top of your steak if it's dry in the microwave, and I'll add the water back in as it evaporates.
Really?
It helps. It doesn't. It's not gonna be as good as a fresh hot steak, but yeah.
Yeah.
Did you leave an entire serving of spaghetti out overnight and now it's all dry and crusty? Don't throw it away. Add a cup of water and set the stove to high for 5 minutes. Boom. It's done.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, that all happens like that. By the way, in the span of a few seconds, you hear 8 consecutive lightning strikes.
Neighbor, you alright?
Ow.
You two only got hit once, or she only got hit once. You didn't get hit at all. Zuri got hit twice. Demi got hit twice. Mob got hit once, and Faraji didn't get hit at all.
Everyone alright?
Very painful.
I think
You felt
my
that shit
fur
go
got
through
lighter.
her ground.
She what?
Zuri might fucking might not be feeling good though. She just felt electricity run through her to ground. Same for Naibai.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Naibai fur might have turned white a little.
He's like, oh.
She now has a white streak in her fur.
That's brutal. Ah. It is worth noting that you can hear a faint rumbling coming from up top.
Oh.
Meanwhile, from Demi's point of view, well, you are scary strong. Shut up. It's taking a lot out of her stamina to do that, but she's getting there. Yes, I intentionally removed Sin, the person who could have turned the entire ocean into ice. I mean, not the entire ocean. Hold on.
Beatrice, who could have electrocuted the water.
Yeah. Then Blaze back home. Boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it, lobster, boil it.
in this case, I think she probably then would like, would have been like, if you can do that, go for it.
Ah. I mean, it would consume a shitload of mana, but he could theoretically boil a lake.
We need Vesuvius.
I think Vesuvius could one-shot this thing almost.
That's a guarantee from him. He's actually beat this boss on his own.
He's
pretty
sure
dungeon
that
now.
Yon could too.
Oh yeah, Yon's tough. Mage, pretty much, even as the weakest mage lord, Yon's still stronger than 90% of the guild.
So don't
Yeah, I
let the...
think one of the big things that make her do so much damage is just her learned skills, where she can use the same, just basically duplicate a spell so many times.
Yep. She has what they consider to be outer magic. It's magic that still works under the game's rules, or the world's rules, should I say, but it isn't a sourceable magic from the world itself. The only person who's... There are only like 3 NPCs in a world full of millions who can maybe achieve that. Most of them are in jail.
Matza actually has some of those skills. She doesn't have the enhancement, but she has the multicast thing.
I'm pretty sure Akane's soul magic isn't from this world.
It's not, but it's recognizable to the lightless death magics. So it's not too foreign of a concept. Death mages are really good for big bosses too, because they have spells that do more damage the more health something has. Like it scales in accordance. Like there's a death mage who is also a champion who basically has 38. If there's like 38% of your health is lost a turn. Not your max. Your total health value, not your current health value. So, if you got a crap load of health, it'll fucking murder you. In like 3 turns,
Just out
you
of
die.
curiosity, I'm gonna open Young's thing here
Go for it.
and just kind of give a little sample of what she could do.
Ah, yes. A weapon that's slightly bonded better than most. Warden. And Mob was able to put it to good use by literally throwing Warden all the way fucking out and into the side of this creature as a retaliation for the zap. And Warden comes sailing directly back when it fucking erupts, opening up another weak spot that it hasn't managed to heal. It did dislocate his arm catching Warden, because that's a whole lot of fucking axe to catch moving at that speed. And now the boss has burning and poison. Well, it had burning, because burning goes away, but it does have poison again. Extra poison, extra poison, extra poison. Poison, the only status effect you need. So you
I feel like Yon's spells need to be adjusted for their amount of damage. Well, she's not super high level, but still, she could do a lot more damage than this.
Well, yeah, they can definitely be adjusted later on.
Because like her most of her spells are only like they're less than 1,000 damage. And she's
That
highly.
was the other world.
No, I adjusted this. I'm talking about her Mage Lord spells.
Oh fuck! Well, yeah, we'll make those percentages. They're the only one of the only classes that can actually do magic damage and percentage. Why they're so dangerous? You know, you get burned by something that's like, oh great, now you're taking 2% of your health a burn tick for. You know what? It's better just go ahead and kill yourself because there's no water nearby, and you're probably not.
Because you're gonna die.
And then you just basically have Yon that's like, yeah, let's multiply this spell by 101. You just
If Yon likes fire, they would probably beg for the Muspelheim spell that fucking Sebastian used once.
Yeah, she probably would.
That's a very dangerous spell, though. It's not. It's primal magic. That's why he's the only one who uses it. You use primal magic is like a nuke. You don't really need to use it, but it's always an option. A really good option, might I add. I don't see what the problem is. It's their problem if they're nuke, not yours. Okay.
All right. Seeing an opening, Naiba is going to finally use that blooded phalarak. Now I'm doing it. Damn it, Fionn! Take that part of your brain back.
Oh, no, you get to have the struggle part.
The phylacra. And they're going to hook the end of it with the thumb loop of their sling, and they're going to do that thing where they twist it around a couple of times, and they're going to launch it at that weak point.
Oh, yes, please do.
Yeah, so that's... Oh, wait, I haven't even rolled yet. Let me do that.
Joe, and you also do a roll.
Plus 98, okay.
Faraji will
A roll?
inform you. Yes, he's going to inform you what's going on. We need to keep them occupied long enough. Bunny is currently trying to knock the ceiling loose, and she's getting somewhere from the feeling of it.
Alright, I'll keep it distracted.
So, just as a bit of flavor text for Yon, as it is on her unrelenting torrent. When she uses her multiplication ability, she will do 1,163,520 damage per turn, and the damage will linger for an additional 5 turns. So it just escalates with every single turn.
Alright, so that's 25,877 damage, plus the bloodied effect, plus burn from the sling.
Plus.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Fionn can actually use another one of his skills again.
Dirk, were you here for them getting chased by a tornado?
Yes.
Okay, good. Are you glad you weren't in their boss room?
Yes.
It's worth noting that Janaya is so confident in because she's adventured so much, she knows how safe things are. It passed right by her feet, and she just like let her toesies dip in to feel the cool water.
Them big old palms.
Listen, the sand's hot, but that's actually something worth noting is that fucking everything's hot on the ground. It's horrible here. Hot. And
I was just
sticky.
waiting for the obligatory step on me, cat mommy.
Oh.
So what's it like being dead? Everything sucks.
And then you got Rosenworth. You know, it's not really that bad. It's actually kind of okay. I just really miss ice cream. 3 months later, I figured out how to manifest ice cream. Now Rosenforth now. You tell them grandson. Good king. That's driving the acting king up a fucking wall, or technically the acting emperor up a fucking wall, by the way. Because they've even used a divination mage 13 times with 13 different mages to see, are they an imposter or are they proven, like, hereditary, genetically exactly the same ancestor? And yes, so that is their ancestor, and they hate it because they have legitimacy in the kingdom because they fucking founded the empire they live in.
Okay,
So they
so I
can't-
got Fionn's damage.
How bad would you
Because-
look if you exiled the person who gave you the land that you love living in? Like, how?
Thanks for the capital of the world and everything around it. Bye.
I mean, yeah. He does irritate him, but he does value having such a ancient knowledge of how politics work, and someone of a completely unbiased opinion to everything. Okay, what's Fion's damage?
Okay, so he used overdraw because he is able to use that skill again, and the fire arrow.
Gotcha.
So total damage is 60,551.
Good. Fire
And,
goes out immediately. What does extra?
Well, yeah, but what about the poison and bleed?
It's stacking and getting worse. It's almost dead. Got about, of its several million health, it's got about 3 million health left.
Okay.
I think it has over 40 million health, just so you know.
Okay.
You've whittled it down that much. Because bug bites and status effects stack, children.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
Death by 1,000 cuts. It's more like death by 1,000 rocks, arrows, kicks, bites, stabs, burns, poisons to the ear.
Now this is taking us like
BDSM.
Not having a good time.
it's taken us like 3 sessions as a TTRPG, but like if this was a video game, this would be a 2-minute fight.
Yep, kind of. Well, maybe 5 minutes.
There are 8 of you. A 2-minute fight is still impressive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
This thing, you haven't reached World of Warcraft level raid bosses that take like an hour.
You need an entire guild party to take down, yeah.
As it stands right now, this party is not ready to fight Crucia in just 1v8.
Yeah, no.
That's a lot of... she's a fucking problem. Anyways, here we go. Now that it's almost dead, I get to have it do the thing it wanted to do. It's not the only thing I wanted to do, but it's a thing. And that thing is one of those bitch move moments. You know how I can channel magic?
Yes.
Cool. So it goes back underwater. You got a total of... It does not surface for 3 turns, by the way. So that's concerning.
That is concerning.
Well, if it's not surfacing for 3 turns, Fiona is chugging a mana and a stamina potion.
Ah, yes, because on the 3rd turn, if it doesn't surface, Bonnie finally succeeds and then immediately grabs. You can hear a loud, cacophonous... Well, you guys know what it sounds like when ice shatters all the way down in one line, that echoing rumble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that from the ceiling of the arena and then see Bonnie holding on to an enormous chunk of granite. Now, when I say enormous, I mean this thing is at least 4 or 5 times her size. And the only thing keeping her from plummeting with this is the fact that she managed to get her foot and her elbow in a crevice.
Mm.
And, you know, Demi's there helping, but even he's having a hard time helping lift this.
Okay.
Do you have any prepared actions you wish to do against it when it surfaces? Or do you just want to see what happens when it surfaces?
Well, Theon was going to plan on shooting it as soon as he saw it poke out of the water.
Wonderful.
You said 3 turns, so that's... 7.
It's about to get really fucking hectic.
Okay, let's see. 295.
And you want to know why it's about to get really hectic?
Why?
Let your dice finish your rolls and everything, then tell me when everybody's ready to focus on what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Okay, so it went down for 1 turn last time and came up and made a tornado. After the 2nd turn, Naiba is gonna get their mithril cloth out and just kind of put it on like a raincoat, just kind of imagining it's gonna try and do that again, but better.
And the 3rd turn is when everyone gets nervous.
It's like, oh.
Okay, 75, not bad.
I'm waiting for him to do his roll so he can save the number and then tell me, because you're definitely going to want as much damage as possible.
Plus 150. Other skills are on cooldown. Drill shots got a couple rounds to go.
Naiba is gonna
Damage
load up
shots got turn.
3 Leviathan tops into their sling, and they're gonna use, or they're gonna prepare to use Skipping Stone.
Raji has a very bad feeling about this. By turn 3, he has slipped into the shadows to scout.
Alright, I've got
This
the
is not
damage.
good. Let's see what's going on here.
I got the damage roll ready.
Alright, what do you got?
41,926.
Hold on to that. Okay,
Okay.
turn 4, it surfaces. And immediately gets arrowed by Fionn. Good. Because its maw is kind of a gape still, but then you realize it surfaced with fucking wings.
Excuse you?
Wings. It's beneficial for Faraji, not for everyone else, when it was able to, create shade everywhere, and it fucking came completely out of the water, letting you see the 500-meter long body length of this monstrosity.
Oh, dear sweet Mother Mary.
And with a kind of a thundering screech, it throws its head up and begins to channel another spell. And that's when Faraji finally gets the information he wanted, when he scouts in the shadow of its wings and looks around. Oh, shit. Well, shit. Faraji had to use one of his his entire turn, apparently, to inform you with the words, "Tsunami!"
So what?
Well, that's 201,436 damage from Naibai tops, and then they're going to use their second. Or wait, no, that was the reaction. So they still have 2 actions. They're going to use their first action after Fionn fires their arrow to grab the child and jump up in as high as they can into the crags.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Zuri on the ground, however, doesn't have that same idea as the two of you. Thanks for all the damage, by the way. That's very helpful. Almost broke frustration.
Is Zuri gonna make herself a shelter?
Nope, Zuri knows that that's not gonna help because she can see and she can hear. In fact, you all can hear the rushing of water getting closer. What she does is stabs her sword into the same side of the wall that nobody's on to make sure she's very careful in this, and right where one of its big gashed open weak points are. And then she, with a surge of 35% of her mana, swings her blade up, and then an entire section of the wall just kind of disappears and stays attached in the form of a massive earth blade that she promptly and happily brings down on one of its wings to get it to drop the fuck down.
Eat.
It's just like, nope, down, boy.
However, its
Bad.
concentration was not broke. Even with it on death's door and falling, it's still screeching, and you can see the shadow of the water. And you can hear the distant impact of it against the outside of the arena. That's when Demi and Bonnie realize they have the one chance. So the both of them agree to push off. And with the luck of the dice, they did in fact manage to line up perfectly. With a massive chunk of fucking granite, they managed to halt its descent quite fast thanks to gravity. Because as soon as this thing gets a few yards off the ground, its face is met with a much heavier object, helping it arrive a little bit faster. Which does, in fact, kill it, thank God. Just in time, because you could feel the entirety of that tsunami hitting the outside of this fucking arena. And you could even see the top of it starting to crest over and flood down like a downpour of hellacious rain.
Oh, that's a lot of water.
It is. They do manage to disperse the spell, but still about a third of that tsunami's there, so the arena promptly fills up about a fourth of the way. Thankfully, the crags are high enough that you have about 8 inches between you and the surface of the water. Missouri, however, is aggressively floating to the top on a piece of rock.
That granite's heavy as fuck. Just a 4-foot cube is 10,000 pounds.
Yeah, that one was 87 by 116.
That literally weighs a metric fuck ton.
That's
Yes,
also
that's why it's like-
apparently flat. That was
one that
only
they
2
had?
dimensions.
Oh, well, I'm just giving you a general shape of it. It was 87 by 116 by 93.
Oh, okay.
Spider webs,
Yeah,
severed
big
heads.
ol'
It
hunk
took-
of rock.
It took every ounce of strength they had, putting them both at 0 stamina. They had to hold it for a turn. You know how fucking heavy that was?
Very heavy.
Real fucking heavy.
Very.
Demi managed to move out the way at the last second. However, Bonnie is just lying on it underneath this thing's crushed skull. I love my muscles. Happen to be on fire right now. Does anyone have alcohol?
Fiona is gonna climb down from the crag that he and Naibai
No.
were
Are you
jumped
sure
onto.
about that?
Nah, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, Naibai's gonna no. Stay kitty.
Just like grab Film by the hair or the tail or something. No. You wait for the water to go away.
Just like, no, cats don't like water. Hugs.
Mob I was stuck underneath its corpse.
Who was that?
Mob. Nobody paid attention. Everyone, Zuri managed to float because she grabbed a rock. Bonnie was is currently on top of that massive chunk that's sticking out of the water. You've got fucking you guys in the giant ass crags. Faraji's in a shadow just upside down. Demi has fucking wings, but Mob had it land on him and had to chew through its fucking scales to get out.
I'm spitting out blood that ain't even mine.
Yeah,
A
right.
lot- Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. That's not my rib bone. There's a
Isn't
lot
it
of
bad
blood
to
in the
eat
water
monsters?
now. Well, gee, Fiona, do I want to eat a monster or fucking drown?
I don't know. Both sound like shitty solutions.
You're a shitty solution.
I'm not.
Fucking shut up, Kits McGee. Let me fucking process having almost suffocated because of my friends.
You leave my tits out of this. They have nothing to do with it.
They have everything to do with it.
Oh yeah, my tits just summoned a giant water monster out from the abyss. Sure
Yes,
they did.
clearly they did. Nothing fights that hard unless it's horny or angry. Horngry.
It's true.
See?
Well, one, no. And two, no.
Bonnie's just gonna sit up and grasp a fucking part of the rock and then break it off. And then throw it in the water and just flop.
Is the water slowly going down, or is it staying the height?
Very slowly, but it's the fact that that is over 100 feet of water.
Is everyone alright? Everyone alive? Got all your fingers and toes?
Your toes.
Ooh,
What?
why everything hurts from doing all of that magical stuff that I did to help us fight it.
Raji, you alright?
Yes, I am fine, thank you.
Just. No, stop it. Stop it. She's gonna kind of smack herself in the face. No, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Has accepted her role.
No.
You just got Janaya just casually wading through the top of the water, like doggy paddling. With a thumbs up as they dive beneath the surface.
Fion's gonna look at Naibai. Can I pet you?
Yes.
Fion will softly pet the bunny, make sure not to touch the ears.
They will lean against you. Gasp! You touch the ears, but nothing happens.
Oh, oh, cute.
Fucking Janaya was totally okay with everything. Technically, the water doesn't even reach the outside boundary. It physically is like basically like an invisible glass, but they did have to enter the arena to wade through the water to get to the court.
Yeah.
Yes, that was its dying move. Was a tsunami. It's a good dying move, honestly. I mean, who the fuck expects?
Yeah.
How do you fight a tsunami? You don't.
With rock.
With a diving
That
suit.
tsunami. If that tsunami would have hit, it would have filled the entire arena to the full. Then it was going to dive back into the water and have fun with the fact that you all can't swim that well.
Yeah.
Somebody's corpse is getting violated.
Naibai can't swim at all.
Fion can swim, so she probably would have had Naibai on her back. But it's very difficult to shoot a bow while in water.
It doesn't work too well. The best weapon for underwater is long, straight things like spears and tridents.
Nibs.
And maybe that one gun the Russians made for underwater shooting.
That thing's fucking weird.
It really
Works, though.
is. Yeah. But you have to be stupid, like, close to you actually use it against another diver.
Oh, yeah, but a diver's not exactly gonna snipe you underwater, so you're pretty much safe unless they're close. And then if they are
Okay,
close,
hear me
boom,
out.
done.
Tiny torpedoes.
I
Nah,
mean,
you just bring back the gyro jet.
Those things.
It's a rocket. It
there's
goes in a
several
straight
people trying to
line.
make 'em.
You would think.
They don't do any damage is the problem.
Yeah.
They have the same impact force as a 45 ACP. Yes, they fucking do a lot of damage. They just do it at a weird reverse distance to impact rate. Or
They're
distance to
so weird.
It
They do more
is.
damage at range than they do at close. That's the fucky part.
As long as they have
Well, at the same
propellant
time,
Oh,
left.
so he was right. So he was right when he said that they're great as long as your enemy isn't, visible.
Exactly.
So Fiona is
Ugh.
just sitting with Naibai, petting her, waiting for the water to go down.
You don't have to wait long because Shania manages to get the soul that she wanted, and then gets everyone to paddle over to the crags and drop down on the giant piece of what looks like monster hide that she ripped off and is currently using as a makeshift boat.
Naibai will sit in the middle.
And then once you're all there, she's just gonna take out the waystone and give it a good hit up into the air and let it land with a pew before zapping you back. Viscera covered in everything.
It's good to be home. So was everybody at the house watching this like a sports event?
Some people were. Some people weren't.
Just like
And
a
you have
sports
the
event.
adventure they birth to them little babbles.
The babus.
Ah.
Okay, no more water dungeons.
Exactly 3 more water dungeons. Technically, you still have Faraji, Sin, and Bonnie, and Chizuna.
Yeah.
Fucking
But the good
what is
news
it? The church fighters are gonna be like, who the fuck gave them all these weapons?
Aren't they watching us?
I know they've been watching and they've been preparing accordingly, but there's only so much preparing you can do because they never know the level of bond you might have or the capability with the weapon. They also have made the mistake of underestimating Janaya as a soulsmith, thinking that they're just picking random soul weapons. They don't know that they're picking compatible soul weapons, which is a massive difference. It accelerates bond level and makes it so the weapon sometimes synergizes with you and shares, attack ideas or abilities that you could theoretically use with it.
Oh yeah, we're getting
Like
Soul Eater up in this bitch.
like what Storm and Blaze have done with Beatrice and basically showed them, if you wrap us around your wrist, you could theoretically spin a lot. Blaze gotta go.
I have been thinking of something that Beatrice could do as kind of an initiation thing, is throw Blaze out and see if he can like anchor himself in the enemy and then use the chain to pull herself to the enemy.
Good idea. Save it. Work on it. Practice it.
I
You could not be
tried to
able
do that with the fishing hook and fishing pole, but with only one arm, it was more like pulling them towards me.
Okey-dokey.
Fion's gonna look at the bow. You did amazing, Kaitri. Thank you for the help.
I always do amazing. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna separate you because I know the other two like to be out. And Fionn will separate the bow into the two swords.
Why was there so much water?
Don't worry, I'll give you both a good cleaning tonight.
Oh man, that's gonna be expensive. You remember what that one wanted? It's like a 10-part list.
And it changes.
Exactly.
And Dill Trio only wanted a. They said, I like sandalwood.
Just fine. Just soap and water and affection. Lavender,
And
coriander, thyme, buttermilk, honey,
okay,
vinegar,
okay.
lime.
Let me wait,
Take it into a face.
wait.
Fresh chicken.
I gotta make a list for you.
The list will change.
I know, but I have to make a list for what you want right now.
Bring me a watermelon.
A watermelon. All right.
Watermelon.
Are we sure this one didn't want to be like a kitchen knife instead?
Listen, they take the shape that they just want to take.
What a Disney game.
Yeah.
But you two did great together.
Cranky pants.
Hey.
Come on, kitty cat.
Yay.
What's wrong, kitty cat?
It'll just be a minute.
So weapons are poor warden. So covered in gut. Gotta go wash him off now. Give him a nice gentle scrub, maybe with a wire brush. I do like wire brushes.
How you feeling, Mob?
I feel fine. Why? How are you feeling? What was your whole situation you've got going on?
Oh, I'm fine. Faraj's got me a wee bit confused.
Why exactly?
His voice.
Oh yeah, I don't have that problem. That's because I am extremely aggressively dominant as an individual, and I don't just melt at the sound of somebody's voice.
It's not my fault.
Never accept drinks from strangers.
It is entirely your fault.
No, stop.
Can I make Lanai's voice go deep? I don't think so. It's too wispy.
I guess mob yawning and then just, oh look, 2 rows of teeth.
Oh,
With their mouth opens wide and there's more teeth inside that samore.
Eel.
Eel. Eel!
Eel! I
alright,
love
so
Braille.
They like snuggles.
mhm.
I'm listening. If he's bothering you, just go talk to him. It's simple. The worst Faraji can do is, I don't actually know. Faraji can probably do a lot of damage. Psychological, emotional, physical. He's quite capable.
No, it's not bothering me. It's just I didn't think he sounded like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how Faraji actually sounds. He doesn't like to talk like that because of the fact that he's already handsome, so it adds another layer and they won't leave him alone. Bothers him to be bothered. You know, same shell. Much
Oh,
as I've known Faraji, he's been objectified as a person since his youth. Remember when he was like wee big, you know, barely understanding the concept of the puberty he was going through, already being curved on by slightly older women. I say women, they were girls at the time. They're women now, and they're probably bitches. You're
I
really underinformed, aren't you? It's okay.
well, I think it's time that we all go and wash up.
You do realize that I'm going to go take a shower, but Faraji is probably going to go to the hot springs to get nice and clean since he doesn't seem to get dirty in dungeons because he's fucking magic. So, you know, that's your chance. You're going to go talk to him, or, you know, I'm going to go talk to him.
do you want me to come with you?
No, I don't know what I want to do, honestly. There's a lot going on. I just don't know.
Clearly you want to do Faraji, but, you know.
No!
We could go back to cuddling.
Good, good. Okay. I'm gonna go clean stuff up now. Da 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 da.
Honey, are you alright?
Perfectly fine. That's a lie. Everything hurts.
Uh, Jill, are you alright? Debbie? Uh,
I'm already dead, so you don't have to worry about me.
Demi, are you alright?
Who, me? Yeah, I'm fine.
Aye.
Don't worry about me. I'm always okay. That didn't hurt. Why? Actually, lightning hurts like a bitch.
Uh,
Gales are really conductive. Yeah, I'm fine though. How about you, Sugar?
I'm alright. Well, physically, I'm alright.
Emotionally though, you're a mess. I can tell. I can smell. Also, go put a towel on that. What? It's not your fault that I have enough fucking receptors in my nose that I could trick a bloodhound. Yeah, no, it's cool. You're fine. Go on. Just get yourself clean.
What was Faraji's sister's name again? Zuri?
Zitty.
Zuri, are you alright?
Just they just look. I am fine.
Alright, that's good.
What did they tell you about being mean to them? Do not give them that look or I will slap you.
Faraji, when did you start sounding like that?
I think it all started the day that I was born and thus given a voice.
No, this is the first time I've heard your actual voice.
When I was 11 years old and people started being perverse with me just because I happened to be handsome. Irritating.
I'm sorry.
Well, you're not being perverse, are you?
No.
Exactly. Don't apologize. Zuri, don't be mean. Be friendly. Talk to them.
Well, I'm gonna go home and wash up and get these two cleaned up. I've got to write a list for this one.
They don't look like any cleaning to me. You had them in their shirt the whole time.
Well,
Da-da-da-da.
aye, but it's not good to just let the elements in water, especially was that salt water?
Yes.
It's not good to let salt water sit on metal like this.
It's just Zuri will just look at Faraji as he walks off, then look at you. You have a very thick head, don't you? Do you know that?
I've been told.
He wasn't talking about the sword. And then just give a knock knock to your forehead and walk off.
Mm. Fionn will go home.
Faraji's gonna also go and lie in a bed for a few hours after he gets clean. Because boy howdy, he's pretty sure that if it's a muscle that can be torn, it is torn.
Jabba is gonna take a nice long bath because holy fuck, it's been a while.
Everyone's
After
just fucking done and just bath.
after Fionn shower, she's gonna look at herself in the mirror. Not bad. Why do I like this? Ah!
Just Janaya walking by the bathroom. Because you're like your mom.
What do you mean? What? Oh my god, I'm like my mom. Oh god.
The bad part is, I'm not sure if that's a compliment that you find yourself attractive as a woman, or if it's the fact that you just, as a general statement. It's okay. It doesn't really matter either way. You want to stay like that? Stay like that, Fionn. No. Fionn? No. F? Stay like that if you want.
I I don't know if I want to yet or not. I've got a
Go
few weeks to
explore.
decide.
Please. Don't be a. Don't. It sounds weird, but don't be a vagina about it. Just explore,
Eh,
child. It's okay. I will tell you a secret. Strap-ons exist, but taking a dick isn't that bad for most people. Just live your life. It's okay. It's not the weirdest thing that's ever happened to anyone I know.
I remember Ma said she got turned into a snake lady one time.
I heard about that.
Who did she get turned into a snake lady by? What was her name?
Wasn't it eerie?
Don't
No.
worry about it. Oh no, I know. Don't worry about her, but I know who did it to her. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Clarissa did it to her.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
Fionn will give Janaya a hug. Thanks, Ma.
Yep. You're what? Hmm. Damn. You're welcome. Done.
Well done.
Jania's brain trying to process the right pronouns to use. She has Smith brain. She doesn't have time for all this bullshit.
Solder.
As she's sitting there holding a soul crystal, wondering: hammer left, hammer right, hammer at the back, hammer at the front. Which one?
A
You have two options, done or solder.
You know how expensive clothes are going to be now?
Not very expensive
Alana.
considering that year. And
Aye.
they're gonna be very.
Stop interrupting each other.
No! I interrupt who I want. Even me. Shut up. No!
Alana, you can wear some of my shirts. Oh,
I hate to tell you this, but your daughter has bigger breasts than you do.
Alana, wait, what? And she's gonna come over and like do a boob comparison. Oi, that's not fair. Ma, it was a magic candy. You think I wanted tits like this? So you did want tits. Oh, not the point.
But like, I just have a few things. One, every woman wants tits like that. Two, did you want tits? We know your aunt, one of your aunts. You know, the one who's got like kids. She was
Aye.
doing the math and just gave up at 5.
They've got a real set of badonkas. I'm talking huge gazonkas.
Humongous. She's got humongous among a nungalo. Did you want them? Do you want it to be part? Here's what I like. The time that I got turned into a man completely. Use it.
Alright.
With people you trust. Or just desire. It might be easier to get them now. Though it probably won't be, considering the only one who doesn't seem to be a gigantic man whore of your friends is, well, currently a father now, and the other one is refusing to do anything that doesn't involve a centaur. You have really. Why are they so much like parents? I just want to make sure.
Also, I got a list of things I need to clean Xylo.
No, give me the sword. It's getting a hot oil bath.
Okay, and he will hand over Xylo to Janaya.
Traitor! While you see as Janaya walks off.
Dilatri- and she's gonna look at Dilatrio. Well, I said just soap and water for you, right? And a soft rag.
I just need affection, soap, and water. Preferably in a sink, not with a mirror.
Okay.
I'm not very pretty.
You're very pretty. Fionn will wash Dill in the bathroom sink with soap and water so that they can see the mirror.
They are very happy.
You missed a spot.
Is the shy polite one of the two also happens to be the one with lethal poisons and toxins as their ability? I like Nightshade. You know, expect it, or like a mushroom in the forest. One mistake is all it takes.
Yeah.
Nightshade's not a
But
mushroom.
after-
Huh?
Nightshade isn't a mushroom.
I said it's like Nightshade or a mushroom.
Oh,
in the
okay.
forest. Yeah.
That's not what I heard.
You know, like white caps, because they're very closely look. They look very similar to certain breeds of death cat mushroom.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, I could scavenge mushrooms, and they think I'll scavenge the ones I see at Walmart. The issue is those ones that you see at Walmart have a cousin who are almost identical to them, say for a few
And are deadly.
things, and are humongously deadly. If
Yeah.
you bite into that humongous fungus, you will fucking become the dead, 100%.
You'll become the fungus among us.
Shut
But
up.
after they're done cleaning Dilatrio, she's gonna set him down on top of the dresser and she's gonna lie down in bed and go to sleep as well.
Sleep.
Is Naibai going to actually sleep tonight?
She should.
They are, apparently.
Yes, and as I say, entirely because both Zoiros and Nana are singing sweet little lullabies to them.
Aw.
Here's a question. Did Beatrice and Doru both have kids in the meantime?
Yes.
Yay, they have babies.
Yay!
Baboos.
Very
More
beautiful.
grandchildren.
And Shizun is an ant.
More free labor.
Strangling sin. I'm not allowed to have children. I'm sorry that I procreated
Who's strangling him?
his own sister.
Huh?
You. Alright. Is this really an upset thing? Why? I have two guesses. It's not my fault that me having children makes you remember that you have a biological clock that's slowly ticking down. What? Oh, does it make you feel low? I'm sorry. I don't care. Never have, never will. Also, Dad, she strangled me like you said. You won. Shrike will just slowly hand a bag of coins over to fucking Fuyu.
Did you say it was Janaya that handed the coins
No,
over?
it was
Shrike.
Shrike. 'Cause he
Oh,
bet
it's
he made a
Shrike.
bet. He thought that she would punch him. Nope, she just strangled him. They both knew that Shizuna was very, very. There's a very fragile sense of insecurity, or it's not like so insecure she'll bully people. It's just it's specifically when it comes to babies. It makes her insecure as just children, and that slow march of time.
Well, I
Even
think
though
if Ivy or Masa or Yon happen to be in the vicinity, they're going to remind her that she's immortal and has thousands of years to have babies.
yeah, your brother is actually the earliest one that we have in the entire family history to have spawned something before the age of 60. Though to be fair, most of us didn't have so much temptation living in the same vicinity either. However, I did have quite a bit of temptation when I began to travel. It's always very fun. Also, Shizuna, don't strangle your brother just because you realize that you're getting older. It's a very fickle behavior for an immortal to have. Who you just going to go and pick up the small basket of babies and walk off. If you excuse me, I have spoiling to do.
So, in the grand scheme of their timeline, an immortal woman would have offspring basically near the very beginning of their life, like when they're still just figuring things out, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe, kind of. Yon didn't have any until she was like 1100, so. But even so, she could continue to live for thousands of years, so.
Well, yeah, but I'm just thinking if it's like the classical, you only have so many eggs and the one gets dropped off every month.
It might work a little differently for magic type. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
If Fiona
Kitsune
takes
aren't
too much
exactly
longer, they'll have to worry
humans.
about that too.
What? What was that
Oh,
about Fionn?
if you can't hear it, I'm inconspicuously whistling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Fionn's asleep. Fionn's in bed.
With who?
I don't think anybody went back with him.
I mean, there were people that were interested, but no. Faraji went to go relax. Faraji doesn't chase. Not Faraji doesn't chase yet. He's too hurt, and he's too hurt to be too horny.
He's too
But tomorrow
sore to be
morning,
horny.
he was very sorny though.
It's like maybe after he's had a couple of days to recover.
A day later. He's pretty good a day later. Probably not gonna do anything crazy though.
Yeah. I know that Fiona would probably put on one of the new shirts that Selene made her.
I
They've been
think
making a lot
Faraji
of
would be like, "Hey, you want to go lie still together?"
Yep.
Like completely still, 2 feet apart.
Oh, and Fiona would have made it absolutely clear she is not, under any circumstances, wearing a dress of any kind.
Sinister just
Name ever.
glaring. I see how you're going to be then. Fine.
Fiona,
You can just
I
keep
don't,
the knee socks. It
I,
doesn't
I,
work with the
I
dress.
don't like
Fine.
dresses. The farthest
What
I'll
like-
go is a skirt.
You either get the full dress or you get nothing. Well, you have two choices now. No. Dress is gone. Add dress now, and I'll have to stab you. So you have choices now. Pants or booty shirt or a lederhosen.
I'll take the pants. I don't think I'm quite ready for booty shorts. And besides, I
Baggy
don't.
or conforming.
Oh, it depends.
It's
Are they
just that-
crotchless?
Just as long as this area has enough room to breathe, I'd like form fitting.
Oh, you mean down there? You know.
I
don't
think
want the-
sneaking around being a bad influence.
I don't want to be leakage. I understand. Now, since I know you're a very active person, easy access?
Her face is just gonna go red, and she's gonna scratch her chin. Just yes.
Okay.
At least you're being
In what
honest.
form? Simple untying or a zipper at the back?
Untie.
Untying from the front. Maybe they could do it with their tongue. I think Mom might be one of the few people I know who has a prehensile tongue on par with mine. Save for the fact that his isn't 3.5 feet long.
Where's the obligatory wink wonk?
Fiona, just kind of poking at her own forehead. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
No, it's okay. You can have those thoughts. They're normal. I don't mind. Won't be the first time, when
No, it's just ever since I've been this way, it's the problem's been worse than normal.
See, that's
At
the
least when I
thing.
was.
Transformation magic here. They don't tell you this thing. See, when you transform magically, the world doesn't like change against its will. So it decides, that's fine. Enjoy this many years of hormones to go with it. You're
I
good. You
don't
can burn
know.
through 20 years of hormones in about 45 hours. Really raw dogging it at that point, though, wouldn't you be? Actively knitting as she's just contemplating all the fucking things that they can do to torment a little fucking Fiona.
And Fiona, Auntie Selene,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna kind of poke two of her fingers together. Is there any chance that you could make me some stockings?
You want stockings? Or do you want neat stockings that go all the way up to the hip,
The ones that go up to the hip. Because if I do wear a skirt, I'm gonna need something for my legs, and at least want the skirt long enough to cover my balls.
I see. You want a ball bra? I made one of those for your mother a while ago, and she really likes it. It's very comfortable.
Sure.
Just get a cocksock.
Not like her.
No, you don't need a cocksock. She's got a sheath.
Telling
Beast
you,
farmer.
be very concerned.
Sh-
Be thankful though. Maybe in 20 years you'll be at that point, but that is your mother has balls the size of most women's desperation. Terrifying. Why this had to make straps? They connect to her shoulders, just so you know.
The super DP cut.
Stop describing me ma's balls, please.
Okay, I'll stop spherical. Stop describing them.
It's just
Now, since you've already got me this far into the kind of the concept of it, and it's adorable to watch you struggle. Is there any type of lingerie you'd want? Chaps, which are all assless, by the way. I don't know why people say assless.
well,
Perhaps
I've
some of that sexy lingerie that's a combination of knee socks and garter belt, or stockings and the panties, or the nipple tassels that go around like this.
what was that one thing that Fiona already had because of Fuyu?
I know.
Huh?
They
That's
gave
what
them
she's
a
gonna
new
ask
sock.
for.
Well, technically, Fuyu gave them fishnet stockings.
Yeah.
I see. The Fuyu option, something very common.
She's gonna.
But don't. It's bold of you to assume that you're the only thing that man buries himself in.
No, I know that. But
I
it's
will win a
just
bet with you
so.
right now. You could go up there and ask your Aunt Ivy. She probably has some sort of kinky gear on because of him.
It's just those eyes. Every time I look into those big, beautiful eyes. Don't stop it! No, why am I like this?
It's I don't know, decadence of so many frequently available penises. The 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 curse of hormones in adulthood really
I
suffer.
still blame the candy. It makes me
Which,
feel better.
which candy? The succubus candy that got you in the scenario, or the ones that you shouldn't be eating that you get from you?
Oh, the succubus. I blame the succubus candy.
Well, you should be blaming Fuyu's candy. They're made with this essence. It's really strong stuff. It's
I
quite
know
fun,
what they're
actually.
made of. It's just they're so good.
So you know that they're made of his semen, and yet you
Yes, I do.
you very touchy. Well, we know that your favorite drink is milk. Okay, well, I could stay here and talk to you all day if you'd like to go express your nervousness elsewhere. Or you can stay here and take your chances of getting me riled up and then finding out my master spent, a day and a half underneath me.
I'm gonna go see what the others are up to.
Don't
Thank
fall
you,
down the
Auntie.
ladder on your way down. You're welcome.
And she's gonna give her a hug before she climbs down the ladder.
Just hugging the side of this enormous spider.
Yeah. And he's gonna climb down and go see what his friends are up to. Probably at Fuyu's.
They're actually at the bar today. Bonnie is happily
Oh.
drinking, and so is Demi. They're currently drinking against each other. They were drinking against each other. They've been doing it for a few hours, and then they got cut off because Janai is not letting them drink a fucking shelf for free.
Yeah. Theon just comes into the bar. Good morning, everyone.
Naiba is playing liar's dice against two other people who aren't there. Woo!
Oh, spooky ghost dice.
Zoro's just, I win. What? I don't know. I just think I do because I've gotten 93.
Teaching
I
old
remember-
ghosts modern games. Why is this such a challenge?
I remember me and my roommate.
Oh
Me
god, I
and
gotta
my
pee.
roommate in the Viking We decided to try liar's dice with d20s.
Oh. Just one
That just
each or
sounds like
3?
pain.
No, like a whole game of liar's dice with d20s.
Jeez.
Like 4 d20s for each cup.
Were they spin down dice or
Huh?
spin down dice? Where each number is next to the last one.
No, they were just regular dice, regular d20s.
Okay, because that does actually change the results.
But Fion's gonna look at Kevin. Good morning, Kevin.
Oh, hey. Congratulations, by the way. That was one hell of a fight.
You should be congratulating the tanks and our close range fighters more than me.
Yeah, you're the first one I saw today. So you get the thanks. Congratulations.
Oh well, thank you.
But Naibai right there.
Playing
Kevin
dice
didn't
with
want to bother.
ghosts.
Playing dice with gold.
But Fion, eh. So I did a lot of thinking last night, Kevin. Now bye.
Mhm.
I think I might stay like this.
Oh?
I should have put a bet on it because that's what I was expecting you to say.
Shush.
Any particular reason?
Not really. I just like it. Don't
You
get me
know,
wrong. I've got a lot of mixed emotions right now.
It's one of those emotions by chance, the desire to fuck something, because that's what it sounds like.
That's not the main reason. That's just a side effect.
Well, you know, if
But
you
is
want to
that-
be more certain about it, we could go out back and I could give you a full medical examination.
You can do that.
Oh yeah, I'm a nurse.
They are technically a qualified nurse. By the way, Neb, I thank you for resetting my arm. It was excruciating pain until we got back.
Oh yeah, no problem.
That's
Well,
just chemistry. She's gonna put her finger in your bum, just so you know.
And the other one.
eh,
And the other one.
And they have to check your, things like your over cyst and, it's fine.
You know,
Have you never been to a physician who has to check?
I've had to do the turn and cough before, but not the prostate exam.
oh no, that's
Oh.
nothing. That's just checking for like tumors and stuff. You know, you hear stories about women getting breast cancer, but you never hear that sort of thing coming from men. Men get testicular cancer, but they'll know if there's an atom out of place. They'll get home from work, they'll sit down and go, wait a minute. That's not where I left that molecule.
It is
He's right,
in
you
Well,
know.
fact true. I
Hey,
remember one time that I had a tick on the other side of my scales because I decided to swim in a bog when I was chasing a fish that had stolen a watch of mine that I'd gotten from somebody who tried to rob me on the road when I was walking home from the store for Dad. And then I'm like, wait, something's off here. And then I looked, and the little fucker tried to burrow under the scale. Of course, it died halfway through. Got stuck, so I had to peel it out. But the problem, see, I know when there's a lump or something displaced.
well, I'm pretty sure we could use one of the empty rooms for the exam just to make sure the transformation didn't do anything bad.
Can we
All
just
right.
have a whole conversation about the chain of events that just that just transpired verbally from him?
No, I've
that-
heard worse.
That sounds pretty standard, yeah.
Just wait till your first pregnancy scare.
You shush.
By the way, who's got money on who? We're starting a Deadpool.
No, no, Deadpool.
My money's on Faraji because I'm dense. And that seems like the most actual chance of getting her knocked up.
My money was on the lizard guy over there. No, fuck it, better not be. I'll bite your big dragon ass.
Come on, let's go to the
said,
bathroom
"Do I
before they
look
start
like I give a fuck?"
set.
Wait, why do you think I'll get pregnant? What makes you don't think I'm gonna get someone else pregnant?
Please.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, have you fucking seen Faraji at all?
And on top of
Yes.
that, you're more like me than I am like you. Wait. You're more
Let's go,
like me than you
bye-bye.
care to admit.
This is Noro just, I love the fact that the first thing I hear when I get up and get my morning coffee is who's going to knock up one of my students who became a female under my entire watch. By the way, do you do realize that Silurin is going to be fucking pissed at all of us because of that? Unless we fix that, or maybe we... Okay, well, no, I can salvage just bacon. Bacon.
Kevin
Extra
offers up his scarf. Well, I offer a temporary compression solution.
You can't compress tits that big, bud, unless you're like Silurin and have magic.
Maybe I could
On
talk
that
to
note,
Ivy.
where did she get those? I'm not trying to be weird, but this could be useful. Where did Silurin get her bras?
From a craftsman,
I'm not wearing
specifically who has a license to practice spatial magic, who's on another continent right now, but
Fuck!
if we had a divination mage, Rigel owes me a favor, and he could get it here in like a day.
Ooh.
Well, he could get it here fast. He would just have to wait for it to be made, but well, no, that's too convoluted, and I could totally see myself doing it just to get out of work.
Fiona, come on now, bye. Let's go while they're distracted.
I'm never distracted, young lady.
I can hope.
All
You can
right,
hope all you want. The only thing that distracts me has blue hair and beautiful fucking eyes.
we're
Don't
gonna need
forget to
some.
lick your finger.
We're gonna need clean water, so let's go to the bathroom.
And
Aye,
serve it
there's
slowly. Don't bite.
Nobody is
Fiona.
helping.
Fiona and I go to the bathroom, and Fiona makes sure the door's locked.
Naibai also make sure the door's
Yeah.
locked.
Did you check the bathroom?
It's
Before you
only
went in?
suspicious
They
if two
would've
people
knocked.
enter.
Oh, good. I'm glad you mentioned that. Just knocking at the door. Just, can they help you?
Oh, sorry.
We can wait.
You have to wait about 5-10 minutes, and then yes, Raji had to have his morning shower for his grooming. Go.
Good morning. Good morning, Faraji.
Slowly wrapping it. Man, I forgot that Faraji rolled a 10 on his musculature. Jesus Christ. I thought it was like a 7, like maybe an 8.
So he is just like all muscle.
I guess that explains his sheer speed.
Fiona is
Yeah,
not going to say anything. She is not going to say anything, make any noises. Her mane is just going to floof up some.
Is there something that I should know that's going to happen? Do you need me to, skedaddle? I don't want to,
Yes, please. I'm getting a medical exam.
don't want to stop a budding romance. I'll just make my way out. Just going to grab coconut oil.
Yeah, Fiona is a little weak at the knees right now.
The doorway's not that big, so unfortunately I can't help the fact that you get chest and nose as he slides by. Alright, neighbor, just do not go too rough with your fist. Very gentle, slow motions.
Fiona will motion Naibai in the bathroom. Go, 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 go.
Okay. Then they'll lock the door.
Yes.
And Naibai is going to take one of the towels and put it down by the bottom of the door so there's no peeking. And then they're just gonna do a standard full body exam, depress the tongue, check the throat, check in the ears, do a little sinus inspection, probes,
Chig.
Peking does not help against the divination mage watching this, who is very, very curious.
It's
Is that Glycol wondering what's going on in there?
No, it's the fucking Wing of Judgment. What the fuck
Oh.
am I watching? He was
this-
watching everyone, but then he's seen this, and then it's like zoom lens.
enhance.
Like, what's going on here?
It's like,
Is this
what is going on?
pornography?
It's just a standard medical inspection.
It's just completely confusing him. He was expecting more of the same, living life, da 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 da. We're being a little bit slutty, partying, dying. One of us got thrown by a tornado, and then suddenly, what the hell is this? Is that a tongue depressor? Who has a tongue depressor in it?
Are those forceps?
Where the hell are you pulling this out of your?
Keeps a speculum on them.
How deep are you, buddy? This fucking, and you just the slow turning of a head. Are you out of your fucking mind? Yeah, what? Oh, sorry. What? What are you on? I don't know, Fuja. The world is a crazy place that we're not ready for. Coca Bill, your son broke.
Yes, victory for slight mind break.
Oh wait, shit! I just remembered. Did I ever retrieve that blooded Falcara? No.
No,
The what?
That shit's in a dungeon
Ah.
under the court.
All right. Well, it served its purpose, I guess.
Basically, now when you leave a dungeon, all your loot comes back to you.
Oh, okay.
As long as you're alive. Can't be like,
Oh, that's
I
close.
teleport and then I fucking die. Doesn't work like that. Though there have actually been instances where if an attack is that close, that limb will stay if it connects. Like if you physically is even injured enough, it will not. It'll basically be this weird slice tear from it teleporting the part of you that isn't being cut, and leaving the part of you that is at the same spot.
You get out to the other side. Aha! Throw both your arms up, and then the other arm's just gone. Oh.
Not again.
Aha! Oh.
Whee!
And yes, the metal is very cold.
Mm.
It's also smooth, and it's a funny feeling being spread.
Leon
You get
just
so used to ears
don't be-
flickering.
don't be lewd, don't be lewd, don't be lewd, don't be lewd.
Somewhere out there, there's a innuendo not being made. Would you? Ah, you little fucker, you bit me. Yes, I will bite you back. Just sin. Did you just bite my child? Yes, I did. What are you going to do? I'm confused. I'll be honest with you, I'm confused.
Beatrix taking notes.
Ricky, and this right here is what we call a 22 short. That's for you.
Train them while they're young.
What? Don't worry, they're dummy rounds. I'm not out of the gold one here. I actually didn't put anything in the top. It's crimped off.
So
So does Naibai find anything out of place or not?
They find an intact hymen, and apparently they had a small leech on their ass.
Oh, well, it's probably full by now. They'll take that off and toss it in the toilet.
what the?
Don't worry, it's
all
fine.
All that experience comes rushing through. Oh, because of the leech, you do see the early signs and preventable signs of what is possibly slight gangrene, just because solid water, bottom feeder.
Yeah, I guess it is a wild
Easily treat
leech. Yeah.
Yeah. Very easy to treat now that you know it's there. You can see it's like, oh, okay, just a little bit of alcohol and antibiotic ointment, which there is actually medical supplies in the bathroom. See, Janaya understands how much people get hurt around here. She basically just keeps a first aid kit in the public bathroom, and it's in the bathroom. They cut my hand off again. There's stitches in the bathroom, dumbass. Thanks, Joe. I love you.
So yeah,
Hopefully on the
Naibai
right direction this time.
will.
The important thing is it was not my dominant weight. I can't write with my left hand.
So Naibai will treat that.
Slight hiss from Kitty because ow.
It's not entirely comfortable, no.
Is
But Naibai does enjoy the chance to grope your butt.
nice and jiggly.
For all intents and purposes, though, the transformation was thoroughly successful. There's no abnormal things other than what, if you're looking at it from a physiology standpoint, having feline features. But other than that, thankfully the dice decided, yeah, you'll get to be alive. For now.
Okay, so they have both sets of functioning gonads then.
Both sets of functioning gonads.
Yeah, okay, so that's gonna probably be why their brain's all fucky right now, because those two hormones hate each other.
Yep. Because the testosterone has leveled itself out naturally over 20 years, and the estrogen is kind of flowing in like a broken fucking dam. It's kind of making havoc for there not being an equalization.
Yeah, so if there's kudzu nearby, or they could go to some sort of store and pick it up, that'll block out the testosterone if they wanna. And Naibai's gonna explain this. If they want to go full female, they could block out the testosterone with some kudzu. Or there's another plant they can pick up that will block out the estrogen for the most part. It's kind of aggressive right now, but it'll help.
She will ask how long it would take to level out naturally.
It's pretty immediate. It's about, hold on, what are these?
No,
1,000 milligrams.
Without the pills, just naturally
Without
leaving
any
it alone.
medicine, naturally.
It doesn't.
The only way that it
Oh.
could is like how you're recommended to do it when you're growing up as a young youth. Do activities that expend that energy. So for testosterone, it's a lot of physical activities, and for women, it's a lot of very heavily mentally taxing activities.
Yeah, and even that doesn't take care of all of it, because that's pretty stressful on your body, either physically or
Why you
mentally.
combine both.
Yeah,
Why you fuck, think, and work all at the same time.
become
basic.
succubus.
Fiona is not going to be able to do all of those
The
at once.
Trifecta of effects, if you would.
Exactly.
Anyways. No, but yeah,
Fiona practicing her archery while getting fucked. No.
I mean, you could probably convince Petrie to help at least once during that whole time.
Oh?
Has the bow, just calls the bow by name, forgets the bow's name.
Oh. Yeah.
So Aunt Naibai's gonna ask you, like, well, which one do you want? You can't be both at the same time. It's gonna make you get cancer. Your thyroid's already inflamed.
And it doesn't seem like she's too bothered with it.
She's controlling it with magic.
But I don't know.
Hate to be a mother in there, but I think I accidentally left my garments.
Just a minute.
Just pass them through the door and I leave.
One second, I think we're done in here. Are you done with the exam, Naibai?
The physical part of it, yes.
Motherfucker has
The
still.
internet did the thingy.
Oh, okay.
So it probably
It did.
If they were done, Fiona would make sure she was fully dressed and open the door to give Faraji his clothes. Here you go.
There it is. Now the internet's back. Nope, never
There
mind.
they are.
Never mind.
No
Wait.
boxers.
Wait. Is it back?
Yes.
It's undecided.
I don't know. Faraji was just trying to come back and get his boxers, of which he left, which are silk, and I love it. And they're fucking. I'm just. Of course, he would have silk boxers of all people. Expensive ass, fucking comfortable bullshit. It was just so dumb, and I fucking love it.
Well, are they done with the medical exam? Bye.
They're done with the physical. They're done with the physical part. They're just asking you like what side of the spectrum you want to lean towards, because like they mentioned, your thyroid's gonna get some
Well,
fucking
Dana is
cancer.
both. It's worth noting, but she has a lot more. She still has a natural flow of estrogen, but it's outweighed and like twice as much by the testosterone she has. So she's more like a man because she's always very physical and active and aggressive.
Well, yeah, everyone actually produces both. It's just you can't have an equal amount of both.
Yeah.
Well, could you do something to lower my estrogen levels a little bit? I do want to keep my balls working.
Oh, they'll keep working. They'll just stop producing sperm in the same numbers.
But isn't that not it? That what's the fun in that?
Well, I'll see if I can find something for you. Until
Thank
then,
you. And
you're
she's
welcome
gonna.
to sleep in my room. We'll just be a couple consenting adults. And we won't do anything because I know that's going to stress you out. And it's much safer than sleeping with any of the other degenerates in our party.
She will give Naibai a hug. Thank you.
Nabai will hug you back.
Then
Okay,
Theon
so
will
your
open
medical
the
bill
door
is
and
going to total about $50,000. Do you have insurance or?
what?
They'll giggle and kind of push you out the door. Go on, go on.
Eh? And she will give Faraji his boxers. Here you go.
Thank you. So, very insulting, by the way. Calling me a
What?
degenerate. No, not you.
I said the degenerates in our party. That doesn't include you.
That's a very good save, but I know you're talking about me. I will throw this out there. I'm not the one
I think she's
actively
talking about
trying.
everyone.
Well, realistically, the only one trying to put you in bed with them constantly has to be. Oh yeah. Comfortable boxers. Then we put on pants.
And Fionn will go and take a seat at the bar.
Every muscle in my body is on fucking fire right now.
I forget, are we in a town right now or are we like out in the boonies?
Where you are near the edge of the town, but you're not in the boonies. The bar is quite close to one.
Okay. Naibai will ask if anyone wants something from town.
If you would not mind, would you go ahead and pick me up a few of the There's this small vendor. They sell these very freshly made, like beef and pepper and like vegetable things. Really want those. Like a little bit of cheese too. Could use a couple of them. Especially the
Burritos?
juices. I don't know what they are. They're the snack.
It's 9 o'clock.
It is.
9 o'clock. Oh,
Why,
no,
yes, it is.
Where is the shirtless man set?
I'm gonna be heading off. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, me too. Ugh.
Do a good sleep
Oh
off.
no, my zero sugar
Yes.
was gone. I'm sad.
Have a good
Someone
night,
help
friends.
me.
Default
night.
friend.
Ow. 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 Oh, fuck. Oh, here. There we go.
Did you get tangled?
Yes.
I know the feeling.
Alright. Just tracking who's doing what in the background. That might be of relevance. And I think I